best we've ever had, and tomorrow is going to be a big problem, and we're lucky we're starting 2 hours behind the cars, but I think it's still going to be a problem for the motorcycles. And today I've had a good time trial. I feel I had a nice ride, no problems, everything went smoothly, and I think the big thing is to try and start first in the motorcycles tomorrow.
No, the season's still early, so I'm just going to have to go for a good consistent ride tomorrow and score good points. You know, if we're together, well, then we'll see what the outcome is at the end, but hopefully I'll just have a good ride tomorrow.
Well, I'm quite glad I got a 6-point lead for tomorrow. I don't feel too strong. I had a big tumble last weekend at Kailami, and I'm hoping just to get a finish tomorrow and gain my point lead.
Rion is virtually unbeatable in the 200cc motorcycle class. And after the time trials, all the vehicles were impounded overnight for the start at 6:30 on Saturday morning, and it's a nice big crowd up early for the start, with the fastest cars getting away first. And a nice mild morning with no wind to move the dust, which is bad news for the competitors. Fastest the cars in Class A with no restrictions on modifications. Well, hard to get away. There's hardly any grip at the start. Are the boys from Botswana in the Chinau, Shamir, Variana and Khan.
It's going to be a bit wet in the morning, but there's a hungry pack of wolves behind us, so there's no way to run but flat out. We're going to run as fast as we can for as long as we can without tearing the car apart. Okay. And hopefully we'll do all right.
There's 400 k's of rough, tough going ahead of them. And here's their big competition, the Chippiks, father and son, both called France.
Today's race, we're starting second, 3 seconds behind. 3 seconds is really nothing. It's going to be a long day today. It's going to be very wet and slippery at the beginning. Shamir's car is very quick, much way quicker than ours. We've maybe got a little bit more experience than them. There's going to be a bit of wrong slotting here and there, so the lead will change in the first couple of kilometres, a little bit here and there. And I think some of the guys from further back are also going to be joining in that. But I think this morning is to keep a steady pace, keep it going, because it's a long day, and I think everybody's going to be in a hell of a hurry. They're going to break their cars, and we're hopefully going to take it nice and easy, and we're going to be there at the end.
A very hot Beetle is next, or looks like one. Jackie Joubert and Jack Cross in the Jojo tank car with a turbocharged Volvo motor. Next up, the brothers Gurney, Greg and Brett in their 2-seater Sandmaster, sounding very crisp. Here's an action man in single-seater, the Jack's Paint and Hardware race car, and the pilot Bevan Berthold has raced Group N saloon cars, off-road bikes, and has had 7 years in karts, and also Car Magazine's Rookie of the Year. Greg Harvey with his long-time navigator, Boystone, the Castrol Jimco Sandmaster. They won the Special Vehicle Championship last year. Sounds like they've got a bit of automatic gearbox trouble there. Our most successful off-road team is the RP Ranico with an injured Robin Houghton.
I managed to on Thursday somehow tear my cornea, so it's going to be a bit of a problem, obviously having one eye only, but we ran yesterday in the time trial with it. Just takes a bit of getting used to, and not the best looking thing, but keep the dust out and it should go well.
Ons het elke jaar nog baie goed gedoen, elke jaar, ek dink vir die laaste 4 jaar hierso gewen. So ons is vol vertroue vir hierdie dag. Ons is vertroud met die terrein hierso en ons voertuig is in topkondisie, so ons is baie vol vertroue vir vandag.
8th fastest overall in the time trials, and on home territory is the Mitsubishi Pajero. Maritzburg's Dakar star Neil Woolridge with Paul Vermaak making sure he goes in the right direction, getting past the stricken Castrol Jimco Greg Harvey with that automatic gearbox trouble.
Well, yeah, we're under a lot of pressure, not only the normal pressures of racing, but obviously under the pressures of our main sponsor, being Mitsubishi, sponsoring the event. So, yeah, all the big wigs from Samco here, and we've got to perform. So it's a bit of unnecessary pressure. I could have done without it, to be quite honest. But I think it's going to be a nice event. It's got a beautiful day. It's going to be hot. I think it's going to be a hard, long, demanding race. I would say about 6-7 hours for the winning time. Very tight, very dusty. It's going to be a hard race.
It's sometimes an advantage with the wind coming through, like in a Sandmaster, and blowing the dust away, is where it gets into the cab, it sort of swirls around inside the cab. But I'm sure as the day goes along, the dust will get better, so I don't think it'll be too much of a problem.
They leading the production car class in their Repro Gel Pajero after winning the Barbers 500. Must start favourites for another victory here. And Greg Harvey and Boystone get underway, but it doesn't sound too healthy. Right, now we're into the sugarcane fields, and the leaders, Shamir, Viriawa and Khan, are absolutely flying. They haven't got the dust to worry about, but certainly the early morning sun.